Hello, arcade gamers. Welcome back to Biggie D's Arcade. Tonight we're playing my Final Fight Arcade1up cabinet. This was my very first purchase, my very first Arcade1up I ever got. Purchased it for $75 at Walmart about 4 years ago. I think it was a little over 4 years ago that I got this cabinet. And it's been an excellent one. It's got 4 games. It's got Final Fight, 1944, Ghosts and Goblins, and Strider. And we'll play all 4 of them tonight, but we'll start with Final Fight. It's one of my favorite games. Came out in 1989. Also came out on consoles, but I remember it very well in the arcades. So let's bring up the chat here. And I'm doing a little different setup than what I did a couple nights ago. I'm still using the Sony camera, so we should still get pretty good quality on the screen. But for my audio, I'm using my DJI mics. Instead of using the integrated Sony camera, I'm going to use these DJI mics tonight. I got one set up by the speaker and I'm wearing one. And I tested it earlier, did some recordings. Sounded all right. So you guys let me know how it sounds. Prince Vinny's in the chat. He says, hey Biggie, what program do you use to make the numbers count down before you stream? So I made that video. So you can create videos all kinds of ways. But that one I created. And how do you do it? There's a lot of information online. I mean, you could use OBS. There's all kinds of ways to record video and make videos. Adobe. And Prince Vinny is also asking, I would like to stream. That was cool to see. All right, so let's get into the gameplay tonight, guys. And let's load up Final Fight. So this only had 2 settings. It had a medium and it had a loud. You guys let me know, do you prefer the medium or do you prefer the loud? Because the loud is super loud. I'm going to start with medium, and you guys let me know if you can hear the game audio. It's kind of weird they didn't do like a low, medium, high. They only did basically high or very high. I've beaten this game once all the way through on this cabinet. It doesn't really take that long to beat, maybe an hour, maybe less. And this only has 2 buttons, the attack and jump button. So there's plenty of room on the game deck on this cabinet. Now, one thing about this one is there is no pause. So some of the cabinets you can press the live button and you can pause. This one you cannot. So you got to play it all the way through. Now, I was doing a stream of my other Arcade1up cabinets earlier this week. And it had disconnected on me and I had not gotten to show off Final Fight. So making up for that tonight. This one also had a very like right up and down screen, right? Just straight up and down. But it's a good screen. I mean, this is a high quality color screen. No issues with it at all. Hopefully that comes through on the camera. This is one of the bosses here. So I'm going to switch. You got 3 characters to choose from. This is Hager. That's his special there. He's my favorite of the three. He's the strongest. And I'm still using the original buttons on this one. Never even changed out the buttons. There we go, round one's clear. It looks like we got Papa Brad in the chat. He looks okay. You could stream this from your iArcade and would have way better video. Yeah, that's true. I just wanted to show off the Arcade1up tonight. But you are correct. I think if I did this on the iArcade, it would look and be better for streaming. Look better and be better for streaming. Prince Vinny says medium is good. We can hear you and the game at the same time. Good. Artwork on it is wonderful. Love that Final Fight cab. Papa Brad says great game. Those buttons are really noisy. LOL. Glenn's buttons are silent. So yeah, I'm just using the concave buttons, the original ones that came on it. So they're over 4 years old and they still work. Now keep in mind, guys, this was one of the first Arcade1ups that came out. This was part of the original run. It was like the last of the original run of cabinets. I think having the Street Fighter HS5 cabinet would be a good one to have because it has this game on it. You can play online if anyone is playing online. Andre Jr. or Andori Jr. I just beat him. There we go. Did the body slam. So you can see my high score is saved up there. 1,977,508,000. This cabinet has gotten a lot of playtime, being that it was my first one. I used to play this a lot the first year I owned it. And I don't like selling my cabinets. This is one, I'd want to probably keep forever if I can keep the room for it. I want to get a retro 530 light up marquee for it. Get that sword. Man, they got me. Go ahead and continue and beat this boss, and then we'll jump into the next game, and I'll show you it. So that should be the end of stage 2. I guess this is stage 3. No, I guess we're still on stage 2, so I'll get all the way through this one. All right, so we're in the wrestling ring here. I think this was a Street Fighter character at one point, like Street Fighter Alpha. Keep those swords away from them. You gotta kind of keep a little bit of distance and just keep your sword slashing it. Oh no, don't. I wanted to kill him without him killing me that last time. Because I've got him almost dead. There we go. Fun game though. This is definitely a game I could beat, you know, all the way through, have a good time again with, even though I've beaten it once before. This is a lot like Street Fighter here. I guess this game came out before Street Fighter 2. So this is something they carried on into Street Fighter. Fun game though. Definitely recommend playing Final Fight if you guys haven't played it before. Alright, let's take a look at the chat here and see who's all in the chat. It looks like we got a few chats that came through while I was playing. Papa Brad says, good for filming a screen. That is very hard to do as well. Calvin Wong says, make sure you finish to the end, another game under your belt. I don't think I'll finish this one all the way through tonight, Calvin. But I have beaten it all the way through and definitely could and have a great time with it. And let's see here. Jason says, I'd move the camera slightly to the right so we don't get the screen cut off with the chat on screen. Okay, good idea. Let's move that over just a little. Let's see here. That should help. And then Calvin Wong says, I think the other two characters can hit faster. Yeah, I think so too. I play with Haggard just because he's the most powerful, strongest character you can get. He's got the body slam and that windmill type special move that I like. Endangered Dog's in the chat too. Good to see you, Endangered Dog. He's saying he made it, LOL. Carl O's in the chat. He says, hi, Biggie in chat. This is one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely up there for me. It's definitely one of my top 10s for sure for arcade games. And Jason is saying, I first played this on the SNES. So I think I first played this on the SNES as well, Jason. I don't think I actually played it in the arcade until after that. Even though it came out well before on the arcade, I was just too young. I didn't get a chance to play it till the Super Nintendo. Yeah, Final Fight came out 2 years before Street Fighter 2. And now he's saying that camera angle is perfect. Okay, good. That's helpful, giving me those tips and making those adjustments. Let's go in now to the menu. So this is one of those just basic menus with this. It didn't have online. And it only had a 4-game game list. So let's jump into Ghosts and Goblins. Now, of these 4 games, this one I think has the most replay value. Because this is a score chasing game. Yes, you can beat it, but it's damn near impossible. But you can definitely score chase, and that's what I've been doing a lot on it. You can see my high score is 31,500. I feel like that's pretty high for Ghosts and Goblins. You guys will have to tell me what your scores are. It was also really cool because I love this game. And I would have rather this cabinet be skinned Ghosts and Goblins, but I did get the New Wave Toys Ghosts and Goblins. So I have it sitting right to the right of this cabinet. So when I'm playing this game, I've got that to look at. All right, so let's jump in. And this will probably be a warm-up quarter here. No. He's always shooting 2 that, you got to know that those can come in 2s. And, you get 2 hits. One with the armor, one without the armor. So right now I'm one hit death right now. So I got to be real careful about everything I do. I'd like to at least get to the save point. Or the respawn point. Which is, I think I'm mad at now. Ah. But now at least I'll start at this part right here. Farthest I've gotten is like right here, I think. But you can rack up a lot of points just in these early parts of the game. Just by collecting everything, killing everything. Or you can just try to get through it. This attack I have is a little more powerful, but I don't know if I like it as much as the sword. Or the whatever he's throwing. Okay, this is a good one. All right, well, that was warm up. 7,000 points on that one. All right, so we've got 1/4 in right now, and we are just warm up on that one. There we go. Sometimes this will come towards you and it'll stop short. See? So you got to know that. Same there. Good thing is just don't be in a rush, I'd say, except for certain parts. You know, when there's enemies, obviously you can't stick around, but other areas you can, and just take your time. Man, they'll drop them too. All right, here's the boss. I'd like to get this guy above me. Ah, stay away. There we go. 2,000 points just for killing him. There we go. All right, so we're halfway to my high score already. And I've got all my lives. So we're in a good position right now. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Long way to go. Ah, no, no. Tough. But that was only my first live, so still got plenty of chance here to surpass my high score. I'm just going to move through this map rather than trying to get the money. I was so close, which would have been the next area. Because I would like to get out of this area and on to the next part. This is not, you know, an area you really want to stick around for long. Oh, there we go. Just moving quick here. Maybe too quick. 17,500. We'll see if anyone's in the chat. Let's see. So Calvin Wong says, I don't think I've ever finished this game. Maybe got halfway on the big map. I must try it again. It's a very tough game, Calvin Wong. Very tough. Jason saying I only finished Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts on home consoles, not in the arcade. Too many quarters. Yeah, it's a tough game to beat in the arcade. This is probably one of the toughest games out there, but it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I do it more for the score chasing. I don't know if I'll ever beat this game. So I'm using these DJI mics rather than the integrated camera mic. And I think this is better than last stream, audio-wise. I'll have to go re-watch it after and see, but I think this is the right setup, what I'm doing right now. Because I can move around freely, talk to you guys, look at the chats. You guys can still hear me pretty clearly while I'm looking at the chats. Also, I've got a mic over here by the Arcade1up, so you guys are picking up hopefully that audio pretty well. All right, this will be my last try on this, but we'll see if I can do better than that last round. Oh, there we go. Like, you could actually stay around here for a while and collect a lot of points. Forgot you cannot duck on that. It's actually better to have like a controlled shot than to just like spam it and try to like do an automatic like that, trying to get as many shots out as possible. It's better actually to have more controlled shots at just short periods of time. Oh, why did that happen? I guess I was too far off the edge. I wasn't on there far enough. Yeah, I'm not doing as good on this one. Just gonna try getting through here rather than sticking around and getting points. But yeah, you just can't do that. You gotta stop at certain points. But great game, a lot of fun. I'm gonna take just a short break away from this for a moment to go turn down my AC a little bit. It's getting a little hot in here. I had the window open earlier today, but now that I'm streaming, I want to close it. Just so it's more quiet inside this apartment. But I'm gonna go turn my AC on. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. This game requires so many hours, LOL, is what Jason says. Yeah, lots of time, lots of effort. As you guys can see, my name is all the leaderboards all the way down. I've spent a lot of time playing this. Kelvin Wong says, I think playing Ghouls and Ghosts, not this one. This one looks harder to me. It is harder. That's what I like about the New Wave toys is it came with the Ghosts and Goblins and the Ghouls and the Ghosts. But let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to show you guys these next two games. We'll just do a full kind of just showing off of this Final Fight cabinet tonight. So this is 1944, the Loop Master. I've also beat this game. Fantastic game. I'd also bought this cabinet for my father at the time I bought this because it was only $75. I bought a second one for a Christmas gift for my father. And he really likes Galaga. And so he actually took a liking to this game a little bit because it does have that kind of style. It's a shmup. And this is the newest game on the games list for this. I think this one was made in like 90... You guys will have to tell me what year, but this is the newest of the games on this game list. And it should show too. The graphics are pretty good on this. The colors come through fantastic. You know, just playing this right now, it's just, this is a fantastic game. It looks incredible, it plays incredible. It would have been cool, I think, for them to do a 1944 cabinet or a 1943 and have all the games. I have all these games on my arcade though, so I get to play them there. But this is by far the best one of all of them. For me. Some may argue, you know, the originals are better. High Speed Destroyer. So this is just a points-based game, but very easy to get through this game as long as you're just, you know, throwing quarters in it. Easy to beat this game. Probably take you 30-45 minutes. And then when you die, the guy jumps out. He's parachuting out. I thought that's kind of cool. Saying help. Carlo, he's saying check Calvin's video out. He provided us a link to it to check it out. He was playing Ghouls and Ghosts. All right. So that there, guys, is 1944, the Loop Master. Very good game. And then I'll show you guys this last and final one on the Final Fight cabinet. I've got all my lights off in here tonight, all my marquees off. That way, hopefully the screen and the colors are coming through a little bit better for you guys. Now this game I have not beaten. But I would like to someday beat this game. I've gotten pretty far in it. There's like a point where there's like wolves coming out at you and you're like in the mountains and it's snowing. I think that's about the farthest I've gotten. You know, a lot of the games by Arcade1up during this time, a lot of the cabinets didn't have a lot of games on it. So when this cabinet came with 4 games, that was like a big deal. Everyone was shocked. They were like, oh wow, 4 games on this one. And that was huge, you know, to even get this one. Now we're getting, what, 10 games per cabinet? So it's much better for number of games that we're getting per cabinet now. So that's game over. We'll continue, and then we get to pick up at that spot. Dang it. So you got to get up where on that platform there. There we go. Oh. There we go. Hopefully that fire goes away. I guess it doesn't. Ah. There we go. So 3 hits and you're dead. You see the life bar in the upper left. Got me. But yeah, that's Strider, guys. Fun game as well. Another Capcom classic. But 4 games in total on this cabinet. And Calvin Wong saying he never finished Strider, but he remembers the dog or the bird that flies. Zero Redux is saying, me too, Jason. Genesis for Strider and Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah, that was the great thing about arcades back in the day, is we used to get them on our consoles as well. And they were straight ports most of the time, or very close. They looked just like the arcades, played just like the arcades. It's very different than that now. A lot of the popular arcade games never come out on consoles now. They're completely separate for the most part. But yeah, this is a great game. I could see in the camera too, I'm looking at the stream right now, the colors are coming through really good on the stream, guys. The blues look great. So if you guys can get your hands on a Final Fight cabinet, I've been seeing a lot of these on Facebook Marketplace for $100 or $150. I definitely think they're worth it. You guys can see the bezel now that I turned the light on there. It's got a really good looking bezel on this cabinet. It's got the instructions on the left side telling you which characters and their descriptions. This is telling you the different moves and attack moves on the right side. I like when they do that. They put the instructions on the bezel. It does have the Arcade1up logo right above the screen on that bezel. And then right below it, it's just got some of the characters fighting. I do want to do the Retro 530 marquee replacement. So that may be some. I did my taxes today. I'm getting a decent sized tax return this year, so I may go ahead and order that 530 marquee now and just get that started. But as you guys probably heard earlier in the stream, I didn't replace these buttons. These are still the original convex, we call these, and over the years they've held up. I've noticed there's like a little ring around where this joystick goes. But other than that, everything's looking good. I think Arcade1up sent me out a replacement overlay at one point, and I have a replacement bezel for this. You know, the only other mod you could probably really do other than the marquee is probably get a coin door. You know, those are pretty readily available now, and replace these logos with a coin door, and then maybe get like that inline riser from G.I. Joel. But it's a great cabinet, guys. Fantastic one. I do have, as you guys can see, I've got the Ghosts and Goblins, or the Ghouls and Ghosts, right here next to it. So I can always play my Ghosts and Goblins on this, and I can have the marquee going over here and the game playing over here for the look and the visual. So it's kind of like I've got Final Fight dedicated cabinet, but I've also got the Ghosts and Goblins, the way I've got it set up. So you guys can see that. And then take the chat off so you guys can see that. Oh, look at this. Zero Redux. He had sent over $5. That's awesome, Zero Redux. I really appreciate that $5. He says, here to the era of the home arcade live streams. The 1UP drought forced us to actually play these things live, Biggie D. That is so true. You know, with the lack of news, it's time to get to playing these things, you know. Rather than spending an endless amount of time talking about them, we can actually enjoy playing them and live streaming them. So I appreciate the $5 and joining me tonight. Jason's saying he could flip that around to the blank black side and do the coin door. That would be nice too. Yeah, that would be great. Just flip that over. It's black on the other side. Put in a coin door and Retro 530 marquee, and you're set. Let's run a video too. I want to run a super chat video for that $5 Zero. Thank you. Awesome. So that was Alien versus Predator. Hopefully we get that cabinet. Be amazing if we did. I caught a little bit of James Hates Everything tonight, and they were talking about the possibility of an Alien versus Predator. And I posted that poll yesterday. We've got about 120 votes, and it looked like Alien versus Predator's third on the votes right now. Just taking a look at that poll, we're at 40% Robotron 2084, 31% Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, 16% Alien vs. Predator, and 13% Track and Field. So if Arcade1up's looking at this poll and they're doing their, you know, marketing analytics and all that, and they're getting their data, this is good data for them. Robotron 2084, 40%, that's the one they should make if they're going to make at least one new cabinet this year. Appreciate you guys joining me. Been going for about 45 minutes. I really just wanted to get this cabinet live stream in because my last one ended abruptly, and I got to show off the Marvel superheroes, the Killer Instinct, the Miss Pac-Man, but I didn't get to show off the Final Fight. So I wanted to get that in this evening. I'll probably be catching the rest of Team McCloskey's Arcade Talk and Star Wars reviews. I know they're streaming this evening, and I saw Papa Brad in the chat earlier. So I'm probably going to, in this stream, hop on over to Arcade Talk and Star Wars reviews and see what they're talking about tonight. But we're going to be streaming tomorrow night, so make sure to stay tuned in because we've got a Sunday live stream. We've got a lot of topics to discuss, and I'm going to do a solo stream just so I can get in what I want to say and just kind of spend a full hour and a half, 2 hours going into detail on some of these subjects. So I hope you guys tune in, and if you're not already, subscribe to Biggie D's Arcade, like the video, and I'll see everyone in the next one starting tomorrow night. Make sure to tune in 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern for Chill and Chat. Talk to you then. Bye, guys.